Welcome to Dubai's DIP area and the home of AVI-SPL Middle East for a sit down with Phil Marlowe, who's been running the company here since 2008. Why don't we start by recapping a little bit of the history of the company? You've now been in the region for well over 10 years and the business has changed quite a lot in that time.
So I started with the company in 2006. I worked for the company for about 2 years and they asked me to relocate to Dubai in early 2008. And I think in the article I stated, I said no about 5 times. But I eventually kind of succumbed to it. And I said, okay, let's go check out what's in Dubai. You know, when I joined here, it was me and a few people. And we slowly kind of started building the team. And we never had a plan of a large investment, never had a plan to, okay, we want to do this huge growth expansion plan. It was always just organic growth based on demand. You know, fast forward to 2014, that's when things started getting very, very intense. We started winning a lot larger projects, a lot more projects outside the UAE, across the Gulf region. So we had to take things a little bit in a different direction. That's when we moved into this facility, the first half of it in 2014. And then we've expanded even more since then. You fast forward another 4 or 5 years, we had a pretty, even organic growth throughout those years. But then 2018, 2019, kind of right before kind of Expo 2020, we started growing at a very, very rapid rate.
What would you say really makes the company stand out in the local market here?
Our attention historically a lot of it was servicing our global accounts. At the beginning, it was really making sure that they're serviced, they have requirements throughout the GCC, making sure their projects are completed. As we grew over time, we started doing a lot more local business development. Even throughout this year, our local business development and what we call net new logos has increased drastically. So these are clients that we've never worked with in the past that we're now working with on a monthly basis.
How is business done differently here to America?
I think business here is very similar. We've always operated on that we're going to do it the right way. Our goal is to deliver the exact same experience in every office globally. And I have a pretty strong statement. We want to do it one time and right, and that's it. We want to live by that. I think here we've seen it time and time again where competitors have to go in multiple times. We get called in a lot to come repair work or remedy work that was done by a competitor and it was just done badly or incorrectly. So I think we've really focused on our core values as a company of doing it right and owning it.
Everybody has their eyes on Saudi at the moment. It's the land of opportunity. I'm sure you no doubt also have interests over there. But do you see potential in other parts of the region as well? 2023
and 2024, we've seen a large geographic expansion for us. Obviously, Saudi is an important market for us, and we've got continuous ongoing work, and we've delivered some really amazing projects over the past 18 months in Saudi Arabia. However, we're seeing a lot of growth outside of Saudi Arabia as well. Currently, we have projects ongoing throughout Egypt, Morocco, our 2 other key markets outside the GCC. Obviously, the rest of the GCC is important to us as well. Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain. So we're seeing more and more business evolve. I do agree with you that I think everyone's focus right now is Saudi. But at the end of the day, we're also very cognizant that the greater UAE, the rest of the Emirates are also booming and expanding. So it's not just Dubai. While Dubai is our own backyard, we're seeing a lot of growth and a lot of demand throughout Ras Al Khaimah, Abu Dhabi. We've recently just established a trade license in Abu Dhabi. Purely for that reason that we had some customers that wanted us to have a presence in the Abu Dhabi Emirate directly.
You obviously had the very successful Vibe event recently and that you've done a couple of times. Is that a focus for the company moving forward to do more in-person connecting type events, networking events?
We found the events highly successful. Vibe is a fantastic platform and has worked out for us really, really well. What we've also seen a lot of success is on smaller, more bespoke events around certain verticals or certain user groups. So we've held events. We did a co-event recently with Microsoft specifically around Microsoft certified products and meeting spaces and MTR. We've also done other events with different organizations such as Cornet. We host a Cornet event at least once a year now here in our office. It kind of tends to run around the city. Different people host throughout the year. We've also held events with certain manufacturers that wanted to showcase products. So we had an entire XR stage built up here with a partner called Pixatope last year. We're fortunate that we have an amazing space here that we can utilize that is comfortable, and we do catering, and we do all the things we should do to make sure that our customers are comfortable and that they're getting something out of it. We want customers to, customer time is very, very valuable. We want them to spend their time here and leave saying, I learned something new, or I saw a product that I wouldn't have seen. We talk about going to trade shows, and these trade shows have gotten so big over multiple days. It's really difficult to capture a customer on a booth at a trade show for more than a few minutes in some cases, unless you really have set something up in advance and you have a very detailed agenda you want to dive into.
On a personal level, Phil, you've been here 15 plus years now running this company. What do you think would be the most valuable lesson that you've learned in that time?
For me, the one thing about this market and this region is earning trust. Trust here is taken to a whole new level. And we see it even with our sellers, that when we have new sellers join us, they tend to bring customers with them because the customer trusts them. So that only goes so far at the end of the day. We have to earn that new customer's trust. In this market, it's a very personal sales cycle. You can buy the products that we sell and integrate into customers' facilities from thousands of different providers globally. Why do you buy it from us? You buy it from us because you want it done right. You want it supported and serviced. And that's something that we really, really take pride on, is making sure that we don't just finish a project, get sign off and leave. We work with that customer on a post-implementation perspective on servicing and maintaining it. So our service department is just as big as our systems integration department in this office. We've got people based on customer sites full-time with our OMS offering. We have people working in this office remotely monitoring customer systems through our Symphony product. Plus we have people that are on standby to go do quote break fix. Something goes wrong, and unfortunately it's the inevitable with electronics, but we have a team ready. We have SLAs with customers, and our customers appreciate that. And we have systems now that we've maintained for the past 5 years. So we've installed them, maintained them for 5 years, and those customers are calling us now to life cycle that equipment to refresh.
Here's to the future and some successful more years in business here.
Thanks, Simon.